So we have Marcus. Marcus is saying that how do we see the skill set needed for Power Platform careers evolving over the next year or two? And then he also has a subsequent question on this one. And with that in mind, what would be a specific Power Platform certification that you will see as the most valuable to achieve? Okay, Vlad, what do you think?
Me. Well, again, I'll kind of go back to my stats on seeing how the Power Platform grew and keeps growing. It's currently at 48 million monthly active users. And let me tell you a stat from the Power Platform conference that really opened my eyes. Power Platform has 48 million monthly active users. Microsoft Teams has 320 million. Most people that have a Teams license can use Power Apps. They can use Power Automate. They're licensed to do it. That means you have over 200 million users that are licensed for the Power Platform that are not using it today. That opportunity is crazy. Every time I go on LinkedIn nowadays, I see a job offer for Power Platform experts for both internal jobs at companies and consultants. It's currently blowing up right now, in my opinion. So I think at that Power Platform functional consultant developer level, that's where the big need is right now. Architect as well, of course. One of them that is a lot more specialized, and I'll just put my screen back here for a second. Let me go in this one, is the Power Platform RPA developer, which is robotic process automation. That one I've seen a little bit less demand, but also Microsoft is so new in this field that has been dominated by UiPath and others, and I'm sure that will grow. But now, if you ask me what's the best certification for you, my
Yeah.
answer will always be the one that covers the products that you work with. I don't think we need to follow the best certification in a way, because the answer will always be the architect. So it will always be, the one at the top here. Where is it? The advanced one, the expert. That will always be the best one in theory. However, if you're a developer, get the developer one. If you're a RPA developer, you specialize in robotic process automation, get that certification. It really depends on the job you do and proving to employers that you know how to do that job. For example, I do a lot of Power Automate. I don't do a lot of Power Apps. So the best one for me is create and manage automated processes with Power Automate, the applied skill, because that's the one that applies to most of the projects I'm doing. So that is my answer. Jonah or Tiago, do you want to add
I can,
anything?
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can chime in on that one. That's exactly what I was saying. It's not just the certification itself now, it's also the applied skills. And you can get like the certification, like, platform developer, for example, and then also complete that with an applied skill, because the applied skills, they are like super specific, to tasks, or in this case, super specific. For example, you were saying, Vlad, you do a lot of stuff in Power Automate. So there's this one: create and manage automated processes by using Power Automate. But if you're doing more Power Apps, there's one for Power Apps, and so on. So also see those applied skills, and don't forget, the applied skills are free. Okay, you just need to sit and solve like a challenge, and you get the applied skill on your transcript like immediately. So that's good.
Yes. In my perspective, I don't work with Platform every day. I work a lot with Azure, but I am very interested to work and learn Power Platform in a way that you can use or combine actually the programming logic, for example, of Azure functions and integrate it with Logic apps or Power Automate in terms of like Teams integration. So I think it's a good way for everybody to learn, not just for existing project kind of work, in my perspective.